Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Molly Claire. She is a master coach, and she's the co-author of this best-selling book. It's called She Rises, her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
All right, we're in Dallas-Fort Worth, which means it's the home of all coaches. There's coaches on every street corner, but it takes a real master coach to coach other coaches, and that describes my next guest. Molly Claire is in the studio. She's a master coach, co-author of this best-selling book, She Rises. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. So great to be here.
Well, one of the things I love about you is you've lived life, and there's a lot of coaches in Dallas-Fort Worth, and many of them have read a lot of books, but they haven't run a company. They haven't really gone through the journey that you've gone through. Why don't you, let's kind of set the stage for this conversation. You've had health challenges, you've had setbacks. Talk about your journey.
Yeah. So I dove into the world of life coaching, personal life coaching, about 11 years ago. And it was an interesting time when I found this, because it's one of those things, you know, you have those moments in life when you just feel like, I know this is meant for me. And that was my experience when I found coaching. And simultaneously at the time, I was healing from chronic fatigue syndrome that had put me just kind of out of commission. I was healing from that. And I also was about to begin the process of divorce. And I have 3 kids. So there was a lot going on at this time. And, you know, essentially the Cliff's Notes version is I start this coaching business, and I really found that as I continued to learn how to coach others, how to mentor them, how to help them understand their mind and their own emotions, and how to navigate life, of course, I'm having all of these new challenges come my way. So I really feel so grateful that I'm able to train and mentor coaches in what they do. That's what I do now. I started my journey coaching individuals, and now it's shifted over. But I love doing that. And what I love most about my work is that I really truly get to bring out my own experiences and learning and what I've built, which it makes a difference, right? When you've actually experienced
And
life.
something we talked about before the show is even coaches get stuck from time to time.
Oh.
So
Yes.
talk about the mindset of a coach and how you help regulate their emotions.
Yeah. So, you know, none of us are exempt from getting stuck, right? And feeling frustrated in our life and our relationships. And certainly for coaches building a business, it's an interesting space because there's the actual coaching skill, what they're delivering to their clients. And then there's this whole other world of building a business, right? And so we all get stuck. And the work I do with my clients in terms of helping them with that is that I take a holistic approach to implementing change or moving forward in our lives. And what this essentially means is that the way we think matters, right? We all have different mindsets that are effective or not effective, and it matters the way we think. And also, and I know many people listening have experienced this, sometimes the right attitude or the right mindset isn't enough to move us forward in a certain area. And so the work that I do takes into account mindset, but also understanding the emotional worlds of us as a human being, and where are we blocked emotionally, or where are we having responses in our nervous system where we can have the sense of panic, fight or flight that is a very real thing that a lot of us experience often. So when it comes to working with my clients and helping them to get unstuck, We're looking at the mind, the thought patterns. We're looking at those deep-seated fears, and we're looking at how they can be better regulated so that their strategies and actions can be aligned to actually be effective.
We're going to pull up your website. You have a beautiful website. And as you scroll on the website, let's talk about the kinds of clients that you like to work with. I know you like to speak. You work with high achieving women, whether that be a female entrepreneur or a business owner or somebody in a C-suite. So
Yes.
tell us about like you working with women and why this has become your land and your people.
I just can't wait to answer this question. So I do love working with coaches who are really wanting to be an incredible support to their clients in deep transformation. So certainly those are people that I work with. And also in terms of directly working with women who are not coaches, what I refer to these women as is the ambitious souls. These women they are ambitious. They want to learn, they want to grow. And these women are the type of women that are high responsibility. If you're listening to this and you feel like you're holding everything together, you're running a business, or, you are a leader, you are really leading the charge and yet maybe sometimes wondering, how do I hold it all together? And where is the support for you? And these are the women that I want to support because I know the pain, I know how you feel, and I know that drive that you have in you, and I want to support you in making it all better.
Let's talk about the importance of positive self-talk, because
Oh,
we all wake up and we look in the mirror and, we see raccoon eyes and we see blemishes, and sometimes the harshest critic is ourselves.
yeah. Oh, I mean, it's true. And, I think we've all heard different versions of this idea that I'm going to use this quote. It's not going to be perfect, but it's like the degree to which we can grow is directly proportional to the amount of truth we can see about ourselves without running away. And I'm going to relate this back to exactly what you're asking with the self-talk. But we all have that idea, right? When we're willing to see what's there and ask ourselves honest questions, that's when we can see opportunities for growth. And yet, why is it hard for us to see what's true about ourselves? And the reason it's hard is because most of us, when we look at what's true about ourselves, we're looking at it through this lens of, this is what's wrong with me. This is why I'm bad. This is what needs to be fixed, right? It's this harsh, critical look at what's true. Yes. And so I think that one of the best things we can do for ourselves, not only for our quality of life, but also in our ability to grow, is really revolutionize the way we talk with ourselves, having more compassion for ourselves, making space and grace for being human, because we all have bad days. We all have bad attitudes sometimes. We all feel out of control emotionally sometimes. And when we can just look at it and say, this is just where I am, this is a normal human experience, how can I be here for myself as I'm evolving and changing? That changes the entire conversation of how we relate to ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going to put up the cover of her book on the screen so you can see this. And you wrote this with other amazing women. Talk about the book and what people can learn from the book.
Oh, this book is truly one of the projects I am most proud of. So all of my co-authors, all of the women in this book trained with me as master coaches. And the thing about these women is they are more than just skills and training. These women have been through grief, loss of a spouse, loss of a child. These women have been through extreme burnout, and the list goes on. And so this book and really what it is and what you can expect is this is a collection of these heart-centered women who are leaders, who are wanting to help other women to not just survive, but to really thrive and really live their life to the fullest. And each of these women bring a unique perspective, and they bring just this incredible softness and kindness and comfort that I think every woman needs to hear.
I love it. I love it. And she gives away the gold. If you follow her on her social media platform, she is a content creator. She creates a lot of videos. I found one that I really like. Let's roll a clip.
Mastered, the podcast, where high achievers and ambitious souls come for the kind of support that fuels both inner growth and outer strength. This is your space for real tools and deep truths, for meeting life's greatest challenges with grace, resilience, and self-connection, and also expanding into your next level of purpose. I'm Molly Claire, your host, master coach, mentor, and guide, because life mastery is not about checking boxes. It's about how you meet yourself in every moment along the way. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life Mastered. We are coming to you a day early today because it's a really exciting day in our Master Coach community. Our new book, She Rises, is officially live. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it, and I know I've been talking about it over the past few weeks, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it and tell you exactly what to do today. And you are going to love today's episode. We are diving into the stories we tell ourselves, the emotions that we feel, and we're really, truly talking about helping you today to notice where you are limiting yourself in this very day, in this moment, limiting yourself in what you are believing is possible for you financially, for your relationships, for every area of your life.
Well, one of the things I love about you, Molly, is that you're real and you're authentic and you recognize that life happens. So you could be a coach that is growing her business and then you get a flat tire, you're late for a client meeting, your child calls home sick from school. Like, life happens.
Yes.
And it's really like, how do you deal with adversity?
Yeah. And I mean, the truth is none of us are exempt from it. And I think somewhere in our mind, we have this idea that if we do all the right things or we check enough boxes in our life, that we will be exempt from, heartache and hurt. But it's just not true. And so the best gift we can give ourselves is to really build, again, that relationship with self and to build our resilience, which really comes down to understanding our mind, understanding our emotions, and just learning the skills of leaning in to face what life is bringing us so that we can actually learn and grow from it. Yeah.
And some people watching this might be surprised that coaches need coaches.
Oh, we do.
So talk about, like, what's one of your favorite success stories? You don't have to name the client, but if you look back on the last 11 years, I mean, which one of your favorite success stories?
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I think, when we talk about coaches needing coaches, a good coach will need a coach because it means they're open. And we always have growth opportunities, right? And, I'm thinking about one of my clients in particular who, when she came to me, she had a lot of skills and she had a lot of training. But her confidence just wasn't there. It's almost like there was something shaky for her internally. And I will tell you that as I have seen her and worked with her to really build this self-connection and this resilience. Sorry, I'm messing with my mic here.
Right.
I talk with my hands, as you can tell. I can't help it. So, but I have just seen her go from a woman with shaky foundation to someone who is so confident, is so clear. She speaks up for herself. She has this like gentle authority. I don't know how else to describe it. And she has said to me that she feels more like herself now than she has her entire life. And she's in her 70s now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the thing I hear from my clients. They say, I'm a better mom. I'm a better partner. I'm just stronger in all of these areas. I feel completely different. And I really just believe that's possible for everyone. And I've experienced it. I've experienced it.
All right, Molly, what's your coaching style, if you had to describe
Oh
it?
my gosh, what is my coaching style? So, as I said, it's holistic. So my coaching style is really tuning into the individual in front of me. Because when someone comes with a challenge or they're stuck, I cannot assume I know what's going on with them. And so my coaching style is I want to stop, I want to tune in, and I want to really ask the questions to understand where they're coming from, what's going on, and specifically what they are needing. And so when I'm coaching someone, it is very individualized. And also, I don't believe I'm the authority for my clients, for anyone I'm working with. And so as I'm helping them and guiding them, I'm always taking them back to remembering who they are, remembering their own wisdom and capabilities. Because if all I do as a coach is, become like a cheerleader for someone, I'm doing them a huge disservice, because what I really want to leave my clients with is a stronger sense of self and the confidence and knowing that they're capable of leading their life brilliantly.
Yes. And Molly, we've only known each other for a short time, but I can tell you that your emotional IQ is like off the Can you read people's energy even if you're doing a Zoom call?
Yes. I mean, I definitely have a sense for people's energy. And also, I think that this kind of goes back to what I was just saying. I think that the most wisdom that I can bring as I'm guiding someone is to not really assume I know what's going on with them, because even though I can feel and attune to certain things, I always need to ask, always. Yeah. And don't we all want that, right?
Yes.
None of us want to just be talking with someone that just assumes they know what's going on with us. We all want to be seen and heard and understood. And part of my job also in the questions I ask is helping that client to know what's going on for them. It doesn't really matter if I know what's going on for them, right? They need to be the ones that know.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
We have about 2 minutes left. So look into the camera on the left and talk to that woman who's struggling, either a high achieving entrepreneur, CEO, C-suite, or another coach. I mean, talk about why they might need to reach out and engage.
Okay. So I know enough to know that you have worked really hard to build a good life. And you probably see a lot of the fruits of your labor around you. And I also know that too many women are walking around right now, burned out, exhausted, wondering how they're going to actually enjoy this life that they've built. Maybe places in your life have gotten out of balance, work, relationships, maybe you're struggling as a parent, whatever it is. And what I want to say is that I know in my heart and soul, and from working with, literally thousands of women over the last decade, that you feeling more like yourself and more of a sense of peace and more supported and guided and more fulfilled and successful in the ways you want to, I know all that is not just possible, but it's closer than you imagine. And so don't waste your time. Don't waste another day feeling, out of sorts or lost or exhausted, because you deserve so much better, so much better.
Molly, I could talk to you all day. You're amazing. I can see why you're so successful. We're going to end with her website, which is, of course, mollyclaire.com. The great Molly Claire. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.